right. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Peter Brown, and we're stuck indoors, right? We're stuck indoors without football, and so we're going to discuss that tonight. But I'm not going to do it alone. Let's say hi to our buddy, Uncle Ed. Hey, Ed.
How's it going, guys? Gosh, man, Peter, I don't know what to do, man. There's no soccer.
No,
There's nothing going on, man. This is crazy talk, I tell you. Crazy.
it's a little nuts. It's we just get excited for a season to start, and then all of a sudden it stops.
Wow. So yeah, it's tough, but you know what, Peter? I'm prepared.
Are you prepared? How? Tell me how you are prepared.
Well, I got my beer.
Yeah.
Of
Okay. Your
course.
Heineken. Yeah. Good.
Got my Heine. Got my. You can see my jersey in the back, Uncle Ed, right there.
I'm okay with the name, but
Eh?
what's up with the number, Ed?
Dude, you've known me for years,
I,
man. I've always used
I
that
mean,
number.
but when you're at like your age, isn't it time to move on from that number?
Well, I'm eventually gonna get to that age, so I got my.
I mean, I was
my
born that year. All right. All right.
my Legion
All right,
hat. I got my Legion hat. I got all that. What else? Oh, the most important part, Peter.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
This.
Yeah. That's a good one.
You got some?
I do. I did not hoard like some people, but I do have some.
Yeah.
I think I'm prepared, but I mean, I'm not. It's funny. It's funny. Let's talk a little bit about coronavirus delays our football, like we said. And it's funny how this virus. It's okay. It's important, and everybody needs to be careful. Wash your hands. Don't go in groups. So delaying the games makes sense, but what's up with like raiding the supermarkets as if a hurricane is coming? Just because people are getting sick doesn't mean you should still be able to go get some TP.
Yeah. What's up with that, man? Well, I had stocked up, and so I was okay, but I went to the supermarket to get
Yeah.
something in, to get some food or whatever. And thankfully, I had shopped a lot the week before, so I had plenty of food. But I just wanted to get some extra stuff, some Oreo cookies,
The
stuff
important
like that.
stuff.
Just some snacks, the basic
Yeah.
food groups. Beer, for example. And yeah, man, all the paper's gone. I mean, what's up with all this? All the wipes are gone. Everything, to disinfect. I didn't even find Lysol, man. Windex,
Right.
gone.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, I get why some of the disinfectants may be gone, but the toilet paper still gets me. Why that is the hottest
Yeah.
commodity. I would
Yeah.
expect it to be cleaning supplies and stuff like that, but the toilet paper being the hottest thing, I don't know. You're set. You're good. Yeah, yeah.
I'm good.
That's like
My best friend.
that's like money now, right? That's a commodity.
It
You can
is,
trade
man. I kid, totally. For a jersey or something, for an Inter Miami,
that.
shirt.
So okay, that's a good question. What will Inter Miami give us for some toilet paper?
All right. Yeah. Well, that's a good question. I'm going to put a poll about
Put a
that.
poll up. Let's hopefully they're watching. And remind me, what are you going to give us for some TP? We got rooms full of toilet paper for some jerseys.
That's for sure. Well, Peter, why don't you name some of the people that are on the chat room right now?
All right, let's welcome in Judge Dredd. The Law is in here, and if I remember correctly, if he's one of our viewers up out of the area. We got Chieto or whatever. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but that's kind of what I do. He's a Seattle Sounders fan because he's saying that Seattle Sounders are better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, we don't have anything to compare to. We played 2 games.
Yeah. We lost both of them. We should have won the second one for sure. But let's not go.
Miguel Paz is in here. One World, One Gold. Tony is in here. We're stuck indoors. Yes. Richard Giordano is in here. Jason Weiss. And Marcelo Blanco is in here. If anybody else is in the stream, welcome and announce yourselves in the chat. Get involved. This is your show, so there's not a whole lot to talk about other than whining about the corona, but we can still find some fun topics to talk about. But what I'm curious about is, we just talked about jerseys, Ed, and do you know where one of the best places to get a jersey is?
Well, let me guess. Caneswear,
right. So we want to thank Caneswear for being our sponsor, and they're a sponsor of this show and of our channel. And make sure to go to Caneswear. If you want to go to caneswear.com, if you're not local, use promo code Beckham. So last week we had a promo code. This week we have a new promo code. So if you are out of town, or if you're just a little too far away from the store, you can go on their website, caneswear.com, use promo code Beckham, save 10%. If you are local and you just want to go to the store and check it all out, you just tell them, you could use a promo code if you want, or you could just tell them you watch it on Football Miami TV, right? So, we're
I already had a couple of people tell me that they went there and they used the Football Miami TV. They mentioned us and they got their discount, man. So that's cool.
Great, because you know what? It ends up helping us as well. So if you're indirectly, you're getting a benefit, and that's what we're going for. Is like we wanted to create a relationship with a company or something like that. We want to give something back to our viewers. So you're going to get a benefit of the 10% off. And then we benefit from that relationship with Caneswear. So it's a win-win. So go there, and I saw a post where a guy said he went to several stores. He went to Dick's, he went to Pele, he went to Mad About Soccer, and he felt like Caneswear blew it away. And he said he walked out spending $200. So
wow.
No, I mean they the thing with it, you can get the shirts at other places, and that's fine. But they have just like everything, like all the knickknacks. Like, so watch our video that we put up on Friday, the Let's Go Shopping video, and you can see more information on that. But
and you can see the Peter. That's where you bought that shirt you've got.
I got this one right there.
And what size is it again?
It's small. I'm losing weight, Ed. Losing weight.
Goodness. If you guys don't believe that Peter lost weight, just go back to like a year ago when we started doing videos, and you'll see Peter's nice and chunky.
Yeah.
Now he's all bone.
No. Now I've got family members in Brazil watching something on social media, seeing me, and then calling my wife all concerned if I'm healthy or not. They're concerned that I've gotten sick.
Well, now that you're a vegetarian, you don't drink beer. What happened to the old Peter?
Everything in moderation, Ed. Everything in moderation.
Well, all right, fine.
All right. So, anyways, what are we gonna do, Ed, and folks in the chat? What are we gonna do without soccer? So I'll tell you what I've been doing. I found myself cleaning the house. That the exciting thing to do, clean the house. I mean, there's nothing to watch on TV. There's no soccer, so I'm cleaning out closets.
Dude, I'm tired of sleeping, Peter. Yesterday I had a nap.
Oh yeah.
I never have naps. I had a nap, and today I stayed up as late as I could last night, and today I'm just twiddling my thumbs. This is terrible. I need to get back into video games. That's something we should do. We should start doing video games. Next show, we could probably play a little FIFA or something. I'll beat you.
I'm sure you will, Ed. But that means I got to go out and spend a few $100s on a machine.
Oh man!
I have a PS3. I don't know.
You haven't used it. You haven't used it, have you?
No. And I have a PS3. I don't know if you could get today's games on the PS3. I don't know if they make a PS3 version. I don't know. But that's what I'm working with, because as you get older, Ed, you don't play games as much. But you're right. That's a good way to get your football fix.
Yeah, and I'd have to buy. I had an Xbox, and I don't even know where I put it.
No,
because I don't play anymore.
Mine is still plugged in. I want to hear in the chat room what you guys are going to do in the meantime while you don't have any soccer. Another thing that I found myself doing, Ed, is watching a little more Netflix. I just killed the series Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon? I think that's what it's called. It's a sci-fi show. I watched the second season. So, are there any good Netflix shows that you guys can recommend for me to watch?
Anything soccer related?
Is there a good soccer related show? I've seen a few. There was one. There's the LAFC one. Mm-hmm. That's on ESPN Plus, and I think it's on YouTube now. It's LAFC's first year behind the scenes. That was really good. And then there's one based on Man City. It's on I think it's All for One or something like that. It's on Amazon Prime. but I don't know of very many other soccer shows or movies. There's
Why doesn't Beckham do one? I mean, yeah, right now we would have been paralyzed. I mean, but they would have been kind of fun because I don't know if you saw on social media, but he went with his family to
yeah,
Lockhart
yeah, I
Stadium.
did. I
Well,
saw that.
Inter Miami Stadium, whatever they call it.
Lockhart.
I still call it
Lockhart.
Lockhart. And I thought that was pretty cool, man. I was like, well, we should have been playing
Yeah,
yesterday at about noon. I think he was
yeah,
there. So, so yeah, man. I wish I would have driven by.
yeah. He's doing.
I would have
That's
waved at him and see if he got me in.
yeah, exactly. That's a good suggestion, Miguel Paz. Narcos Mexico. That is on my list of things to watch. I've seen all the other seasons of Narcos. I have not watched the new one. That's a good one. I'll have to remember that one.
Oh wow, 21 Thunder.
What is 21 Thunder?
No, I don't know, man. We gotta look that
It's
up.
on Netflix, he says.
It's on Netflix too, so yeah, we'll totally check it out. And Jason Weiss agrees that it should be called Lockhart.
That's right. All right. Green Street Hooligans. Yeah, I saw that, and I knew people would come up when I thought about asking that question. I knew people would come up with like the hooligan kind of movies. I've seen Green Street Hooligans, and it's pretty good. And I know there's some other hooligan type movies. I'm not into that. I'm not into fighting, Ed. It's not me.
You have to talk to your friend Diablo. I think he's into that.
Oh
stuff.
yeah. My buddy Diablo.
He's kind of a hooligan.
Yeah.
Which, one day we got to get him on the show just to talk with him because he's entertaining.
He's entertaining, but we talked to him a little bit, and then I told him he comes across as a little bit like you know what I'm saying.
You know
what I'm saying.
He's
I watch his videos and I go, God, this guy's an idiot.
Oh man, he's probably watching and he's ringing up his his fist
he
for
wants
you right
to
now.
fight, and I'm like, nah, it's not no fighting, but he comes across like an idiot, like just yelling at people and stuff.
We'll talk about fighting, Peter. You were mentioning that we've gotten a lot of comments from people on all our videos, and thanks everybody for watching our videos. We're getting out there. I think we're going to hit 3,000 followers
soon.
Subscribers soon. Everything's starting to blow up, and again, thank you guys because I can't believe you guys like us. I mean, look at these mugs. We're not the prettiest of fellas, I'll tell you that much.
Speak for yourself.
But tell us a little bit about the comments, Peter. There was some real cool ones that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
Right before we got on the video, Peter was mentioning a few of them. I'm like, well, let's talk about this stuff.
Well, real quick, I need to ask, what is it's called the English story, guys? They're saying that there's a 6-part British period piece on soccer. And then there's she's One World One Gold says it's kind of like Downton Abbey meets soccer. Is that the name of it? The English story, and what is it on? Is it on Netflix? Where can I find it? All right. So while that gets to them, Ed, because there's a delay, let's go through. Yeah, so our Inter Miami Open House video is very popular, and Ed, you're doing something good when you start getting haters.
Yeah, then there's a lot of them, Peter, lately. So,
but and in the beginning, when we were just starting off, we didn't get very many, right? Because I guess maybe more people are seeing our stuff, and so it brings out the haters. And as long as look in your chat, if you're a Seattle Sounders fan and you want to say we're garbage and Seattle's the best, great, fine, bring it. It's fun banter back and forth. But just keep it respectful. But if you want to say we suck, that's fine. Just keep it respectful, and it'll stay in there. There's once in a while I may have to delete something that's just like inappropriate. But and I'm not one to curse, but I'll even leave that there. But whatever YouTube allows. But if it gets into like anything like bashing of any kind of person or people, we're deleting that. But yeah, so a fun one here. Alan Stewart, he writes in our Inter Miami Open House video that's cringe. Football will never survive in America. You just don't get it. It's only a place for washed up players for their last big paycheck.
Wow.
So what? Well, was Joseph Martinez washed up? Was Almiron washed up? I guess you could say Chicharito maybe, But
Hmm.
Pellegrini,
But
he's not
he's
washed
still
up.
kind of
He's still learning.
yeah. Look at all the players that we've gotten. Most of them are really young. I mean, we've got what 3 or 4 MLS veterans, and they're the old ones. But our DP's 25.
Yeah.
So,
It,
or I think he turned 26.
is he that old?
Yeah, he's young. He's still young.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking
So,
about yeah, no, forget it. I was still thinking Pellegrini.
oh, you're thinking
And
about
Pellegrini's
Pellegrini? No,
19. He's like
Pellegrini's
19. Yeah, yeah.
19, man. Yeah.
Young.
Well, the good thing about about this about not playing is that it gives time for the players that are hurt to come back. Carranza is probably going to be ready in a month. Uh, Robbie's going to be ready in a month. So
So that's
we're good.
where this coronavirus did us a favor, right? So
Yeah.
it gives the construction crew time to finish up Lockhart, because again, going back to that open house video that came out on, what did I put it up? I put it up on Wednesday because it happened on Tuesday. So that video, you saw that it looks really good, but I pointed out some areas where it's clearly not quite finished. And when I look at like the bathroom situation in the south and north stands, they have these portable things, and I started thinking that there's semi-permanent portable. They're not the little porta potties. I mean, it's a nicer big facility. My wife was actually impressed, but at first I was like, I bet you those are there for the entire 2 or 3 years. Those are probably, why build permanent bathrooms in there when it's only intended for fewer people, right? Maybe that's the case. I'm not 100% sure. But there's bathroom issues. There's areas that were closed off. There's exposed metal still. So there's still work to be done. So this time gives those construction workers time to finish it. And yeah, more importantly, we got hit with the injury bug right off the bat. Now those guys have time to heal.
So that's good for us. I'm looking forward to having a full team again. But some people are asking Peter if you were able to do a video today because they're already missing the construction video.
I did go out and do one
All right.
since the stadium is technically not open. I thought like my last one might be my last video because we did the open house, and then after the open house, we were expecting to have a game, and so even if the stadium wasn't 100% done, we would be able to film from inside. So our construction video would maybe be game day, right? But no, I did do a construction video, and you'll see that tomorrow. Tomorrow. I still have to edit it though, because I've been cleaning the house. But you're not gonna see a ton of projects being worked on because nobody was there. Right. It was dead. The entire place there was one crew working, and that was they were doing some painting, and you'll see in the video what they were painting. It's pretty cool. But it was the most quiet, odd feeling I've had at that stadium since the construction started. Wow. Silence, and they had some security there driving around and stuff like that. But again, so some of the walls have been taken down, so you can get a lot closer. And you can even drive through. People are cutting through between the training facility and the stadium. That road is open now, so they don't really want you walking back there. Although I did, but and they allowed me. I told them what I was doing, and they were cool with it. But and these are new security people I don't know. It's not construction security. It's an actual security company, like guys driving around in a security car.
Gotcha.
So, but you could get a lot closer to the stadium now, which is pretty neat. So did a construction video. Long story to say, we did a construction video. It's a little bit up close, so I'll point out a few different things that I haven't shown before.
Nice. That's awesome. Looking forward to that, Peter. Woo.
All right. So while you read some of the comments in the chat, let me read another while you look through some of them. Let me read another one. This one was funny. Gordon Hotchkiss. Now, I'm thinking Gordon Hotchkiss must be an Englishman because of what he says. He says, sorry. Now, this again was a comment on our open house video. Sorry, but if I was to be honest, it actually doesn't look that good, talking about the stadium. You look at some of the stadiums in England alone, and they blow it out of the water. Example of some of these better stadiums in England, Arsenal, Spurs, Tottenham, Spurs, aka Tottenham Hotspur, a million times better, and I'm not even a Spurs fan. Brighton Hove and Albion, Hull City. I mean, from the outside, it looks like a football stadium with 4 temporary stands that you can rent. Inside, 2 stands look better, but the other 2 do like temporary stands. So the fact that this guy is comparing it to Arsenal.
Wow. Well,
Well,
obviously he's not that, he's not that
right.
informed, because
And
we
we're
know
here for you,
this
Gordon.
is,
We'll inform you.
yeah, yeah. Gordon, yeah, it's our temporary facility. That's for the academy and for the USL team, which is our, I would say, what, second division team or third division,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. So, this is just our, our training facility, man. Just wait till you see the real McCoy. That's going to be
And
something.
here's the thing: the real McCoy still may not compare to Arsenal. I mean, look at the budgets between the clubs, right? I
Yeah.
mean, Arsenal has been around a lot longer. They've got a lot more money. Sure, we got Beckham money, which is not really that much. He's a minority owner. We've got Moss money, Clore money, and
Masa-san.
I can't ever remember his name.
Masa's got the real,
And he's got
the real
deep
loot.
pockets. But
Yeah.
so yeah, we've got some big money, but we're not an Arsenal, and so that's funny. But I guess the English people may watch our stuff and realize and think, well, it's Beckham's club, so he expects it to be of that highest level.
Yeah, but well, I'm looking forward to hopefully in a month. I'm kind of worried, Peter, because in a month I actually have is my parents' birthday, my dad's
Right?
birthday. He's turning 80,
Nice.
and I have to go to Ecuador, so I might miss the opening day.
Yeesh. Well, I mean, but you're not supposed to be traveling.
Well, it's I think it's March 11th is when I'm traveling.
You
So
mean
and that's
April 11th?
I'm yeah, April 11th. So, man.
I don't know. I don't know if you even should be traveling at that time. Like normally in April, April is a time that I should start going down to my next trip to Colombia. I go every 3 months. I should go in April. I'm not. I'm not going.
Right.
Because look, our office is done. Has been very forward thinking. My company. So for the next month, basically 3 to 4 weeks, I'm working from home.
Oh,
Not
nice.
bad. I like it. And
That's cool.
And so is my team. I manage a group of individuals in Colombia, and they are also for the next 3 to 4 weeks working from home. And there was a bit of a scare with one of the team members not having corona, but being around somebody that did or may have. There's degrees of separation. So my company has shut it down. So they're not making me travel to Medellin. And so I'm definitely not volunteering for one, safety, and two, I'm not missing this game.
Right. Okay. Well, I don't know. It's my dad's 80th birthday, man. So it's kind of tough.
Can't I mean if we could fly, can't we bring him here and take him to the game? How much fun would that be to see your dad to see the game? Come on now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he's up there in age, man. So I don't know with this whole virus scare. I'd rather he stay
Yeah.
where he's at. Right now he's in the boonies and away from everybody.
Right.
So that's better for him.
Yeah. Being safe is the most important thing, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Why the heck are you compared to other clubs? And remind me. So Judge Dredd saying, why are we comparing to other clubs? We're not Arsenal. Agreed. But at the end of the day, you see a stadium, you're going to compare it. We've actually gotten favorable comparisons to, I think it's called Avaya Stadium, San Jose's stadium. Some people are saying it looks very similar to San Jose's. Another person on one of the chats thought it looked very similar to Audi Field, which is DC United Stadium. Hey, look, those are their main stadiums. If our temporary stadium looks almost as good or as good as San Jose's or DC United's permanent stadium, I think we did all right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't mind. I haven't, from what I've seen, you got to be there, Peter. So you've seen it almost complete.
Yeah.
But how far do you think they're along? Do you think, well, this month they're gonna finish it, right?
Yeah, I'd say
It should be right.
I'd say
Complete?
I'd say they're probably 90% done. You know, they're almost done. It's the finishing touches. Like over in the East stands, I don't know what all, needed to be done. But what I could see was at the top of the East stands, there was like a big ladder. Okay, so that obviously shouldn't be there. So there's something
Right.
going on there. So, but it was no major construction. It wasn't anything big. It's like I got a ladder because I got to reach up and maybe do some electrical work, or I don't know. I don't know what it's for, but it looks pretty much done. They have installed, and we weren't able to go over to the northeast side on Tuesday, so I saw today that the Heineken bar is done. And it's a little further back in than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be based on where Eric, our construction worker, kind of told us. I thought it was going to be more out, like on an island almost in that concourse area. But it's not. It's pushed back up against the stands. But it's long and it's big. It can serve a lot of beer. It's there. And I don't know if that was finished on Tuesday because we weren't able to go there on Tuesday. But I did not see it in my last week's construction video. So it's at least a week new. So
we've got the Heineken bar is ready.
It looks
so
done.
Guys, see that video tomorrow, Peter. You got to get editing, man.
I know.
We got to see that.
I know. We may cut this episode short since we got no real soccer to talk about, and I got some editing to do. But I'm the truth of the matter is, I'm looking to move. And so that's why I'm spending all this time cleaning. And so I've got the realtor coming here on Tuesday, so I got some work to do also. But I will squeeze it in. I edit those videos for the construction rather quickly. So that will, I guarantee that will be up tomorrow. But I'd say the stadium is pretty much done. I did show in that Tuesday on that open house video that this netting scrim, I keep calling it scrim. Somebody had mentioned to me they had never heard that term before. I use that term based on, that's what they call it in Disney. So when Disney puts up these semi see-through netting type things over buildings when they're starting to do painting, they call it scrim. So that's where I got it from. But they saw some like a fabric at the base of one of the stands that would go up over that scrim, which would then make it like themed, decorative, not just boring looking. It'll look a lot better. That's now gone. They removed it. So they didn't put it up. They removed it. So there's a lot of that going on there. But I know a lot of people were a little bit upset the fact that they're getting charged potentially. I mean, they didn't get charged on the Tuesday night, but they're going to get charged to park in a dirt parking lot. And so it looks like it could get paved. It's flattened out. I don't know if they're going to pave it. I hope they do. So that, I think, needs to be done, if that's part of the plan or not.
Right. And there's a part that was supposed to be for the tailgating or the not actual tailgating, but I guess it's like the fun zone or something
and
like that.
I believe that area is, they have some area out in front of the south stands. There is some cement areas, some sidewalk areas, but then there's also large patches of fake grass, your AstroTurf. Right. And I believe that's where they'll park food trucks and things like that, put them on that grass. That's what it looks like to me, like that concourse area for their tailgating experience.
Gotcha. And they'll probably have, like, I don't know, jump those things for the kids so they could jump.
Maybe those things you kick the ball into the blow up net and stuff like that. I'm sure there's space for that stuff. But let's talk about this. I'm curious to get other people's thoughts on this too. Since I mentioned parking, so we know that they made available for season ticket holders, at least those season ticket holders on the West, the ability to purchase parking in advance. So on top of your ticket to purchase parking, and I think it was in that S1 parking lot that is on the south side, that dirt, and they were billing. It was going to end up being like $25 per game, and they were charged $400 and something. So that means $25 for those people to pay for parking. That means for the rest of us, if we want to park there, we're talking at least $30. They're gonna give it to them cheaper, right? As a
Right. Right.
benefit. So we're talking at least $30 to park your car at a game. That's nuts. What do you think about that, Ed?
That's real expensive, man. Well, I think I'll be parking far away or taking the train or something, man, because that's crazy. I'll just pay what $10 on the train, and you can pick me up.
Well, where am I going to park? I'm not parking there either.
Dude, you've got money. You're always traveling to Colombia,
Yeah,
so
no, yeah. The
you're
company
good.
pays for that.
You throw
The
that money
company
like
pays for
nothing.
that.
So
I'm not paying for that trip. But, you know, I just think I don't ever want to think that my club is taking advantage of the fans, but
hmm
it feels like a little bit of taking advantage. It's like,
yeah,
that's how, if I remember correctly, that's what they charge for NFL games. Miami Dolphin games, I think, are $30 to park, and I think that's outrageous. But I can,
and you can
but
tailgate.
I can at least understand the fact that, hey, it's the NFL. If anybody's going to get away with it, it's the NFL. Now I know we want to become a bigger league, and we're building new things. We're building 2 stadiums, all that stuff. But we are not the NFL. Therefore, we should not be allowed to, or think we could even get away with charging NFL parking prices.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know, Peter.
I,
I don't know.
and
Look, there's one of the things that the guys are talking about, and I don't know if you saw this. This is a good topic to talk about. The U.S. Soccer Federation president Carlos Cordero. Well, looks like he got the
out.
boot. He got the boot, or he resigned, but he was going to get the boot. So
Yeah, he had to go.
you know,
Yeah, I was reading
yeah,
some articles in the Athletic about how he mishandled that whole situation. How everybody came out against him, even when like Don Garber, who's so in bed with U.S. Soccer, when he comes out against you as well, and he's probably one of his proponents in normal business. But everybody,
yeah,
when you start saying something like, and I don't remember the exact quotes, but he said something to the effect that women should get paid less because their job or whatever is less, right? Something to that effect. I could
wow,
pull it up, but he totally diminished what the women's soccer has done for the sport, and the fact that, hey, they win championships.
yeah, and the guys don't,
Yeah, there is.
and they don't even make it to the World
Yeah, now the
Cup.
women want equal pay, and the one there's a little catch to that, is that FIFA does not equal pay the prize money, and there was one article I read where the women want U.S. soccer to make up that difference. Now
Right.
that's not fair either. It's not U.S. soccer's fault that FIFA does not pay out as much prize money. But
hmm
so I think in a court battle they would probably lose that part. But as far as just what U.S. soccer pays, it should be
hmm
equal, or maybe the women should make more because they win championships. But I guess what it all boils down to, Ed, is who brings in more money, because that's what it's
Right.
all about. So if the women bring in more money because they win games, and so sponsors are more on board with it, they should make more. If the men do, maybe they should make more. I don't know, but as the president, you can't say what you said.
Right. You got to think before. A lot of people do that. Sometimes they just talk to talk, and they don't think about the consequences of their words. So I'd rather stay quiet and not say anything.
Oh, I'll say it.
I know you will.
So what were there any comments about their thought? Anybody thoughts on that? I'm just trying to scan through, on the what the president said. I'm trying to scan back to where that was, but
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't read too much into it. I just remember seeing parts where he just was a little insensitive, and that cost him his job. Yeah.
here we go. Here we go.
But
U.S. Soccer Federation, Cordero, president position. Oh, the question was, who do you want to replace him? That was the question. So he had to step down because of insensitive topics. And if I remember, I think there's a woman that stepped into his place. I don't know her name. I can pull it up. I wasn't prepared to talk about
Yeah,
this
well, somebody
topic.
put it up. Cindy Parlow, I think, is the Coney. Yeah, I think that's her. She's, I think, the vice president. But some people are starting to say that there's a conflict of interest there because she's employed by a team in the Carolinas. I think it's I don't know. I don't remember which one. I know it's in the Carolinas or something. But um,
I remember watching her play. She was a player,
yeah.
and she managed. She's also been a manager. She managed the Portland Thorns, which is in the women's league. She was an assistant for the North Carolina Tar Heels.
There you go, North Carolina.
Yeah, but that's
FC and North Carolina FC.
okay.
I
Well, then
think is the
that
team that she.
hasn't
Yeah,
been
and
updated.
so they were saying there's a conflict of interest there because she's working for a professional team. So, but what she could do is quit, and
Well, here's another
and
conflict of interest too. Is like, how do you navigate this? So she's a former player. She's a woman. Does she now side too heavily on the women's side?
hmm
Because at the end of the day, you don't. Like I said, that some of the claims that women have made, I don't think are quite fair as far as the prize money. So it's not U.S. Soccer's fault that FIFA won't pay more, but so she shouldn't. They shouldn't be forced to pay that, but at the same time, you know, obviously there needs to be more parity between the men and the women, and maybe she's the right person for that. I don't know.
yeah,
To be honest, this is one topic I did not come prepared for, but I did see it
yeah,
cross my stories, but I didn't dig into it yet.
right.
But the
Well,
reason basically he was forced to step down was gender discrimination. That's really what it's all about.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, and there were also some other issues with him. A lot of people, from what I was reading, a lot of people were concerned that he's also, like you said, in bed with Major League Soccer, and there's like a little monopoly going
Yeah,
on there, and so him leaving is probably a good thing. I'm gonna read more on it, so next time we'll be a little more informed, guys. Sorry that we weren't as informed as you guys would probably want us to be, but I was more concentrated on the fact that my Inter Miami isn't playing.
yeah. I mean, like I said, I read some stories about what he had said. I read so much stuff that I don't remember it all, and I'm old
Yeah.
as far as that goes. But it was one of those things though, where based on his comments, he you started losing sponsorships. So some of the sponsorships were going to bail out. You know, so he's got to go at that point. It's a business, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's why you got to be careful what you say, man. Crazy. But I was reading also another thing, Peter, while you're looking
Mm-hmm.
stuff up, that the team apparently, the Inter Miami, they're not going to practice, or they're going to be given. They need to stay in the
Mm-hmm.
area, the players, and practice. You know, I guess at home, but they're not going to be practicing as a team for a little bit
Oh, I thought
until
they were.
you know this whole thing. No, I just read that right now on. I was looking through Twitter, and I was looking into that, and that's what came up. I'm sure there'll be a bigger report later
Yeah.
on. Michelle Coffin will probably come up with something like that. I'll definitely send her in a couple of questions, and she's been cool to answer me on Twitter. So she'll probably find out what's happening, what their schedule is, because we need something to talk about, man. We need to do videos, and we've got like no material now. Well, we got some cool ideas though. I've got some cool ideas, but for the rest of the month, it's going to be kind of interesting if they don't start practicing.
Agreed. Agreed. There's so much in the chat. I really appreciate everybody in the chat. There's so much that I can't catch up with what you guys have written, but I really, really appreciate. That's really your job, Ed. I need you to stay on top of that.
Okay,
There's a lot of comments. These guys are awesome.
there is.
Allied
Yeah, thanks,
Atheist
guys.
Alliance has been very active, so thank you to that. There's a Spanish one in here from Ramirez.
Yeah, he's talking about Inter Miami if they're going to get to play in the Copa Libertadores. Man, that would
Mm-mm.
be ideal. Of course, Major League Soccer played in a couple of them, if I'm not mistaken. Mexican teams did also. But the problem there was the traveling, to get down to South America, especially if you go to Argentina. That's real far.
Yeah.
That's seven. I don't know. You've been down to Brazil. How long is a flight down to Brazil from here?
So where I go to Brazil, I go to Curitiba, and Curitiba it takes me about 10 hours to get there.
Wow.
So just to give you an idea, Sao Paulo is around an 8 hour flight somewhere in that neighborhood, a little bit less, a little bit more maybe. And so we fly into Sao Paulo. So Sao Paulo's there, but you can get to Rio a lot quicker. I think Rio might be 6 hours, something like that. I've never gone to Rio, but I mean, obviously I've flown over it. Um,
And Buenos Aires is
yeah,
farther, so
exactly.
I'm just saying, flight to Argentina would, that was 12, maybe 12 hours or something
Well, yeah,
crazy
think
like
about
that.
it. I have been to Argentina too. I've been to Argentina. We could do my vacation show? Is that what we're doing now? Um,
Yeah.
I've been to Foz do Iguazu. Foz do Iguazu is one of the most amazing natural wonders you'll ever see in your life, and it's these giant waterfalls that are between Brazil and Argentina, and you can also see them a little bit when Paraguay or I think it is.
Terrible. Yeah.
I didn't go to Paraguay, but I went to both countries to see the waterfalls on both sides.
There's
And on the Argentina side, it's a little bit better because you're like in the waterfalls. But still, from Curitiba, I had to take another hour and a half flight. So now, if we're talking all flights, we're to say 8 hours. It'd probably be 12 hours to get to around Buenos Aires.
Yeah, so that was a problem with the Mexican teams and the American teams being in the Copa Libertadores. Imagine Seattle or
Yeah,
Vancouver, those flights if they have to go all the way to Argentina or Santiago de Chile. That's that'll kill anybody. People complain just for flights within the United States. From here to Los Angeles, 5 hours.
Oh, so
New York about the same, a little
Fede
more.
Vargas is saying to Buenos Aires is 9 hours direct flight. Well, it's less. Maybe you go different. I don't know how you get there.
Yeah. The thing is, yeah, fatigue would be a big deal, and our schedule is different than the rest of of South America and Europe.
Mhm.
So they'd have to squeeze in a lot of traveling and games, and so that was an issue with the Copa Libertadores. Hopefully, they'll be able to revise all that, and we'll be able to get those games because I'd love to see Inter Miami versus Boca Juniors or River
Nacional,
Plate. Yeah, look at
Colombia,
those.
Medellin, Nacional.
Imagine those. Yeah,
That'd be fun to see.
those would be some incredible games, and I think we'd be able to win a couple championships, a couple Copa
I'm just
Libertadores would be
thinking
nice.
selfishly, man. Going back to the Nacional thing, it's like I would if Inter Miami played them, I would schedule one of my Colombia trips around that for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, they're always in the Copa Libertadores, so there's that possibility. Let's hope that it happens, guys. For now, if we win the Concacaf Champions, we have the
Yeah,
possibility of going to the Club
yeah,
World Cup, and imagine winning something like that. That's the best right
yeah.
there.
Football.
We could do
Yeah,
it.
footballer is in here. He's saying hello, hi, footballer. Best rivalry in MLS. Double JJ's asking.
Mm. Right now, I would have to say the LAFC versus
That's
LA
what I was
Galaxy.
thinking.
When Zlatan was there
Yeah,
versus what's his name? I forget. I keep
Vela,
forgetting his
Vela.
name, man. Vela, yeah.
But
But now it's Vela against
yeah,
Chicharito.
exactly. Two buddies. That's gonna be that'll be a lot of fun. It'll be fun if Chicharito can actually start playing well. So far, he hasn't looked that great. Um,
I think it's the team
maybe.
around him. The Galaxy last year, they weren't. The only reason why I think they did well was because of Zlatan. Zlatan was basically carrying the team on his back. And if he would have had a little bit better of a team around him, they could have won a championship or something. But same thing with Chicharito. It's I think they were used to having the big man up top, and now you've got the little guy up top. So everybody has to adapt to the new player, and it's probably going to cost him a little bit because he hasn't had much of a practice with his team
Yeah.
either. So it's kind of like us, Inter Miami. Our guys are starting to get into the groove, and this month of them not playing is probably going to help them get that chemistry going.
Yep, I'm having people making unusual comments that YouTube says questions. So I have to approve or deny. I approved it, but
Chicharito is a fraud.
Yeah.
Says Finder 3K.
Yeah, some people think that. A lot. So what I keep reading also is that just maybe Scalotto's tactics are wrong for Chicharito. Like what he's having him do is just not playing to Chicharito's strength. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not a tactician. I'm just a fan.
Right.
So,
well, it's interesting because he had a different type of player up top, and now he has. It's a total different monster now. They don't have that big point guy in the playing the number 9 now. They've got that little guy, the little Chicharito going. So it's different.
Let me before we're in the last 15 minutes of the show. Before we go too far away, before I lose this comment, Footballer is asking a good question. What will happen with those fans who purchased single game tickets for the inaugural game versus LA Galaxy? Are they out of luck because now the inaugural game will be against another MLS football team?
I heard a comment that maybe they're just going to push the dates back, or they're going to keep the schedule. Some of the games are going to play during the week or something, but our first game, Galaxy. So most of the tickets are electronic anyway. All they have to do is change the date, and your ticket should be still good.
Yeah, I just pulled up my email. Darn it, I don't have that email on my computer. It's only on my phone. I got an email. Every MLS fan probably got an email from Don Garber, and Don Garber was basically repeating the same things that our ownership group said: is that all tickets will be honored. So right now they're not sure if they're gonna move the entire schedule, just move it a month. That may be very difficult to do because for teams that own their own stadium, no big deal, right? Because you control what's going on in that stadium. For teams that do not own their own stadium, they have to schedule around another team as well. Moving everything may not be possible. What they may have to do is take this month's worth of games and put them on at the end. So Footballer would be right. The people that bought their ticket to that LA Galaxy game, now it's no longer a home opener game. Now it's a game near the end of the season. Because if they're saying that your ticket is still going to be, redeemable, that means your ticket to that Galaxy game is now redeemable at a later date. So that's a real good question. All we know is that all tickets will be honored, but it's a valid question that how, depending on what they do with the schedule, if they just move those games to the end, which is probably most likely going to happen, or filter them in midweek and stuff like that, you really wanted to be part of that inaugural game, I'm going to go out on a limb and say the team will work something out with us. The team is, I'm sure, wants those people that wanted to be there to still have the ability to be there. I'm thinking it would be in their best interest to say your ticket against Galaxy will still be honored at a later date, or you can trade it in for this new game against whoever it is. Maybe it's like you said, maybe it's, if we look at our schedule, let's look at the schedule, Ed.
Yeah, let's do it. While you're doing that, I'm going to answer. Anthony Manzano's asking, with the summer transfer window coming up, there's some young players. Oops, everybody moved. They just moved what I was reading.
All right. Well, before you get to that, while you got lost, so the next home game, if it's a month, right? So it's we're not sure. This virus, we don't know how long things will be closed, or look, I'm really screwed, Ed, because my first thought was, all right, I have my weekends free. I'll go to Disney because that's my home away from home.
Yeah.
It's closed too, so I can't go there either. So if
we're just out of luck, Peter.
Yeah, I'm out of luck.
Everything's closed now.
I just got to clean my house, sell my house, watch Netflix. That's all I got. So if we move the season 1 month, that would, and so the first game was supposed to be March 14th. The next closest game would be April 18th, and that would be San Jose Earthquakes. So in theory, if they just take those 4 games and put them later in the season, our home opener is against San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah.
And is that as exciting as a Galaxy? No. But at the end of the day, we don't care. I was like, we don't care. At the end of the day, we want our games.
I still want to see the game.
But we don't care. But if you bought those single game tickets, we're season ticket holders. If you bought a single game ticket and we're really excited about seeing Beckham face his old team, that's something that's, there's some weight to that. That sucks. So they have to, I mean, they're going to honor the tickets, but I think they need to get creative on how they honor the tickets. They need to let you watch that Galaxy game at a later date if that was your biggest thing you wanted to do, or they need to allow you to trade it in for this Earthquakes game. Or, third option, just shift the entire season over a month. But I think that's hard. I think that's really hard to reschedule everything.
Wow, they've got a hell of a headache. I'm glad I'm not. I don't have to deal with that.
I mean, think about what the New York City FC would do, because they it's the Yankee Stadium. Atlanta uses the Falcon Stadium. Sounders use the what's the football team? The Seagulls.
The Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Seagulls. I was like, look at the helmet; it's got like a seagull on it. So yeah, there's a few teams that use other teams' facilities. So
yeah. Well, anyways, that question I was going to answer, he retracted it right when I was reading it. So I was like, what? It disappeared. But I'm going to answer One World, One Goal is asking about the TIFO.
Oh yeah.
If it's going to be how it's going to be unfurled. And who designed it? Well, all 3 supporters groups got together and designed the TIFO, and so that's going to be exciting. They're going to have to wait for the very first game, whatever that game is. They practiced already on how to unfurl it, but I wasn't there, so I don't know if it was top to bottom, if it was on poles or how they did it. So I know what it's going to be, but I'm not going to tell you. But
question,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it Galaxy related? Do we have to start over on a TIFO?
No, it's not.
Okay, good.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. Because if it was no, because I think those personalized ones are going to come later on
when there's a rivalry.
When there's more of a rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but for now, no. It's about the team. It's about the history. You could say history because it took us so long to get here. So everything's going to be about that, I think, in the beginning. I'm not in the committee or whatever, so I didn't get to participate too much. But they did. I do know what it's going to look like and all that. So it's going to be nice. People are going to like it.
I hope so. I'll have a good view of it. Where I'm sitting, I had when I looked at the map when I picked my seats, I thought I was around the 30-yard line, somewhere like that. I think I'm closer to the 20. I'm maybe 10 yards, a little closer. So I'm like on the 20-yard line on the east, on the supporters' side. Right. So I'm not in the supporters' end zone, but I'm close, so I can get a little bit of the vibe and get a good shot maybe of that TIFO and maybe hear you guys really well. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get to see it.
You're not.
I'm going to be underneath it.
You're going to depend. You're going to depend on people like me, and trust me. There's going to be how many people seat? How many fit in that section?
3,500, something like that.
Okay, so there's 16,000 other people that are going to be taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be plenty of photos.
Yeah. So no, but we're looking forward to that. That should be pretty cool.
Allied Atheist Alliance. I hate saying your name, Atheist, But I'm a God-fearing man, so I'm sure you're a great guy, but I just don't like your title. Miami really needs a Hawaiian shirt inspired away kit. That'd be cool.
That'd be different.
But we're not a Hawaiian team. You know what they need is they need what do they call them? Haivana, those Cuban shirts.
Guayabera. Yeah, man.
They need somehow some look, that may not be what the team runs out onto the field with, but imagine every player coming off the bus, instead of like warm-ups, they're wearing like a Guayabera with a logo on it. Come on now.
Yeah, those things are cool, man. And they're made for hot weather.
I know.
Also, and they're elegant.
Embrace our Cuban culture here in South Florida. Get those players some. If nothing else, let us buy some. I want to see. I want to see Inter Miami and that. Look, because here's the thing: is that what stinks is that all MLS clubs basically have the same gear. Right, because it's all made by the same companies. Windcraft does all the decals and all the little tchotchke things, and there's the same contracts for everybody. But I'm not sure if they allow teams to have some side contracts with other suppliers, but they need to, because we need that Cuban shirt. I will buy one of those.
I want one. Yeah, I want a pink Guayabera. The company that they could talk to is called Cuba Vera, I believe.
Okay.
And they're part of Perry Ellis. They make some cool.
Let's design. I got their
contact.
Yeah. Let's design this on the fly. I'm getting excited. Okay, we got the logo. Obviously, you got to have this patch on there. I'm guessing, right? But then maybe it's pink. Okay, and then some like ghosted herons going down the sides or something.
Oh, nice. I like what you're
very
doing.
Light, like a light gray or something. Very light, or a light white. But almost can't see it from a distance. But you get up close, you see the heron kind of ghosted image there. How about that?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those little lines that Guayaberas usually have, the
lines will go
or whatever.
Over, you're right, but then behind
they could be the herons, yeah,
or something like
the
that.
Logo.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I like it.
Cafe Bustelo for the sponsor. That's just what we all need to drink.
Yeah, Cafe Bustelo.
People are appreciating my attempt at the Guayabera. And look, I at least knew what it was. I like them. I would rock one of those any day.
Yeah, I had one, man. I don't know what happened to it. I moved and I lost it. I had a black Guayabera. I used to love that sucker. I wore it all the time.
All right.
Lost somewhere.
So yeah. All right. I'm just looking through some other chats, but a Hawaiian shirt. It's funny, as I was just going through some stuff and throwing away stuff, I threw away an old Hawaiian shirt I had.
Look at that. Yeah. How did I? Yeah, you don't throw away concert shirts, I'm sure.
I don't have any concert shirts.
You don't?
Mm-mm.
From back in the day, I've got some. I think I got a U2 one around there, and
all right. So I almost wore a Kiss shirt. I mean, the Kiss shirt that I have, it's like, you buy it at Target. It's not a true concert shirt. It just kind of looks like one, but it's not. My actual real concert shirts, I had a few of them, but not very many, because back in the day, Ed, when I had my long hair, it was, if you were in with all the other dudes with the long hair and, your friends were all musicians and stuff like that, and most of my friends were musicians, I just wasn't, but they were.
But you looked like one.
I did look like one. So it worked to my benefit, because the girls liked the look of the musician, but I could actually afford to take them out to dinner where the guys in the bands could not. But the point of that was that these guys, you were considered a poser if you wore a concert shirt. It wasn't cool to wear a concert shirt. So I didn't have very many concert shirts because I want to be cool, Ed.
Right. Well, that's
interesting. I want to be one of the cool kids.
Wow, look at that. So you missed out on a lot of concert shirts, man. Too bad for you.
Yeah, so I look for them now, like logo shirts. Like, get me a Dokken logo shirt. I'll wear that. And you guys don't even know who Dokken is. But it was a good band, man. So Footballer is asking how many chants we have as supporters. Will you add to it as time goes? Will you add to it so it does not become annoyingly repetitive? Open practice. It was cool. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure more chants will come as time goes by. We've got several of them. You know, they seem to be mostly chants that are kind of variations of like chants from Argentina. Am I correct there, Ed?
Yeah, there are some reggaeton ones
Reggaeton.
that the Southern Legion created. They're brand new ones. The Southern Legion, of course, is my sports group. We're trying to create new songs that that have never been played before, and a couple of them the other groups like. But with all groups, some of them want to sing their songs. So right now they're trying to see if they can make a committee where they all come together
Yeah.
and make songs together. That way nobody says, "Oh, this is my song. Let's sing my song," and all that crap.
Yeah.
So that's important. So there could be unity, and everybody could sing one song.
All right, Ed. Jason Wee says Dokken equals cheese metal. Yeah, but I like cheese.
He's pretty cheesy. Look at
I'm
him.
pretty cheesy. I'm okay with
He's
that.
a dork. He's a dorkosaurus.
Dorkosaurus.
Well, no, you're a dorkosaurus rex, man, because you're just that.
All right, I kick.
Of a level up.
Yeah. I want to be the best at whatever I'm at. I want to be the best. If I'm the best,
Top predator right there, dorkosaurus rex.
got it. I'm on board.
Yeah. Top dork.
All right, well,
There
Ed, for a show where we came into this show with really nothing to talk about,
there's no soccer.
We're over an hour. We've already gone past our scheduled time. So that, you know, like I think One World said in there, we covered fashion, Netflix, and music now. So, you know, we got it all for you right here.
We covered U.S. soccer, Inter Miami a little bit.
Yeah.
The construction tomorrow, guys. Be sure to check out the construction video.
I gotta get to work.
Peter said he was the last week was the last one, but no, he's got another one.
Yeah.
And there's probably going to be one after that because
I'll go and see what changes there are, and you know what? If there's no changes, then that's what the video will be. There'll be no changes. But I will definitely go out there again next week because there is still some stuff that needs to be done, and I want to see if they're going to pave that parking lot, for example, and maybe they're going to do some more painting on the building that you're going to have to watch to see. So you know, there's definitely some more things to come, but that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
If we miss you guys, we'll try to go over these questions right now, and the next week we'll cover them.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you guys are so active we can't get to all of them. What I like about the chat too is you're not only talking to us, you're talking to each other. So, you know, you ask a question, you're asking each other a question. So it's not just, it's one big community. So we're just facilitating that. So thanks so much for watching. Hey, remember to, if you're looking for any gear, if you're looking for any, where's the outro? There it is. If you're looking for any Inter Miami stuff, go to caneswear.com and use code Beckham, or just drive to Davie and go see the store yourself. It's a pretty cool store. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.